Welcome, nugatory mortal, to Lord Dravhole's lair, where shadow and story weave through history's air. Tonight's tale ventures into a conflict so vast, where nations clashed and shadows were cast. This is the story of the Great War's might, where the world was plunged into darkness and fight. In the year of 1914, on July's late day, a war began that would not soon sway. Known as the First World War, or the Great War Untold, it was a global conflict, brutal and cold. The world divided into two strong sides. The Allies, with their hopes and their pride, and against them, the Central Powers did rise, a coalition set for victory's prize. The battles raged in Europe's ground, where trenches deep and death were found. In the Middle East and far away, the fight extended day by day. In Africa's land and the Asia Pacific, the war spread wide, its toll horrific. The armies fought with machine and gas, artillery strikes, and poison did pass. World War I, so deadly and green, left millions dead, their fates so deep. 9 million soldiers met their doom, while civilians died in their gloom. The Spanish flu followed fast, claiming millions as its grip did last. The reasons for war were many and deep. Germany's rise disturbs Europe's sleep. The Ottoman Empire, in its slow decline, upset the balance in Europe's line. Competition for power, economic gain, fueled by imperialism's reign. Industrial waves brought tension anew, as empire crashed, unsure what to do. Then on June 28th, the spark was set, as an assassin's bullet brought regret. Gavrilo Princip, with a single aim, took Archduke Ferdinand's life to claim. Austria-Hungary, in anger and wrath, held Serbia guilty for the fatal path. On July 28th, war was declared, and the world prepared for blood to be shed. Russia moved to defend Serbia's plea, and by August 4th, war grew like a tree. Germany, Russia, France, and the British Crown, each one was drawn in, unable to back down. The Ottomans entered in November's cold, joining the war, their fate foretold. Germany sought to defeat France fast, to turn eastward, and the Russians outlast. But their plan failed, and trenches were laid, stretching from the Channel to Switzerland's shade. The Western Front stood firm and grim, a place where hopes grew dark and dim. On the Eastern Front, battles did shift. Neither side could find a lift. Italy, Greece, Bulgaria too joined the war as nations withdrew. Then, in 1917, the tides did turn as the United States resolve began to burn. Germany resumed its submarine fight, sinking ships in the dead of night. This drew the US to the Allies' cause, and they marched to war without pause. In Russia, a revolution arose where the Bolsheviks toppled old foes. In October, they seized the power they sought, and Soviet Russia signed peace. Battles fought no more. The German front still stood tall, but an offensive launched in the West began to fall. Though it started with victories so fast, the German army's strength could not last. By August 1918, the Allies struck back, and Germany's forces began to crack. The Central Powers, warm and thin, saw the collapse of the war they fought to win. Bulgaria fell, the Ottomans soon, and Austria-Hungary met its doom. By November's dawn, revolution brewed, and Kaiser Wilhelm's reign was through. On November 9th, he fled the throne, and Germany stood weak and alone. 2 days later, the war did cease, with an armistice signed, a fragile peace. On November 11th, the guns went steam, and silence spread across every hill. But the peace that followed was one of pain, as the world sought order again. In 1919, the Paris Peace was planned to set new borders, redraw the land. The Treaty of Versailles took Germany's might, stripping territories and demanding a price. Disarmed and humbled, they were made to pay for the war's cost in gold and decay. The Russian, German, Ottoman powers all dissolved in those final hours. Empires fell, new nations were born. Poland, Finland, states once torn. Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, too, were carved from the ruins of powers that flew. The League of Nations, an idea bright, was formed to keep the world upright. But its efforts faltered. It could not last. And soon, another war would be cast. The instability soared, the seeds of fight bloomed into World War II's endless night. So, ponder this, dear mortal, as you reflect. When balance is lost, what might we expect? For in the tale of the Great War's plight lies a warning of chaos when power takes flight.